Hi there, superstars. Welcome to Soulfully Illumined. This video, we're going into the full moon in Sagittarius coming up at the end of the week. I believe it's like June 3rd. Now, we are, currently finishing up the retrograde in Mercury, and where it starts to go direct in June. And it feels like, the energies are picking up again. It's been pretty intense, pretty intense the last couple of months, maybe even years for some of you. And it feels like there's like this elevation, like a picking up of fiery momentum, of more of the lightness coming through. Now, know this. Whenever there is light, there is dark. It's part of the balance. It's part of the harmony. It's part of the union. And so with that, there may be some shadows coming up to play, specifically during that full moon, but we'll go into more detail. Let's first start off with the cards for the collective. And collectively, bottom of the deck, the card that pulled out was a card 44, representing to me balance, foundation, strong foundations, stability. And what this full moon is bringing as a collective, for the collective, is greater stability, greater strength, greater passion to move forward in life. And I'm seeing the bow and arrow. So it's also providing us with greater focus to kind of move with our passions in our world. And we may see that globally in a sense of, things just picking up again, things moving forward. This could be like the stock market. This could be, specific policies going through, just changes happening as the momentum's building, as changes happening. We've done a lot of clearing work, right, over the years. And so we're starting to see those manifestations come to light, come to physical form. But what's important here, as I look at how her stance is, it says, Merciful Mother Jamal, and how she's standing with her, what is that? Her right hand, and it's on her left breast. And to me, that's representing, because that Sagittarian energy is more of that masculine yang energy, and really moving forward, nurturing oneself. And it's just perfect because it kind of really blends well with that new moon in Taurus energy that was really asking for more of self-care and really paying attention to the things that really support you. And so it's just hand in hand here. So what's happening is what's coming up in a more active way is really just moving forward from a doer standpoint of nurturing oneself. So what do I mean by that? I mean by actively taking a role in changing your life. Now, on the contrary to that, the shadow part, one can become a little reckless. One can just be a little, we can be a little reckless when we think we know what we need to do, or when we know what we need to do and we just quickly jump and leap. And that's kind of an aspect of the Sagittarian energy that may be coming up during that full moon, asking you to either slow down, and for some of you, speed up. You'll know what's for you, because it's the way that will feel more comfortable in your heart and more comfortable in your body. But these energies here are currently impacting, specifically during that full moon, is activating those lower 3 chakras. Lower 4 chakras. We're still transmuting some stuff. But we're always going to be doing that, because as we move forward in a different way, it transmutes things. Oh, okay, and hence this, and Sagittarius is a transmutable sign. So you may actually find, this is what I'm getting right now, is that you may be in different circumstances during this time frame of June, where you may be asked to stretch out further than you have before. It's going to ask you to be mutable, flexible. And by doing so, my friends, you're going to get another key or secret is the word I'm getting about yourself. Now, this could be a gift, spiritual gifts or spiritual characteristics, traits, just things that you have within you that you just didn't realize that you had. And for some of you, it's blocks in which, you've been holding yourself back, holding your heart back. What the Divine Mother manifests. Interesting. We are birthing a new reality as a collective, as a whole. But with that comes some dissonance. And what we're doing during this time is really discerning and deciphering what it is we want to keep in our world and what we don't, what supports us, what allows us to be free-spirited, free, adventurous, alive, and what just holds us back. For some of you, it's time to really spread your wings. And that's in the physical. You'll know if that's for you. And for some of you, that spreading of wings is inside of you and being brave enough, which you are, to see the shadow elements that have been holding you back. So overall, it's a time of great change. The energies are really, it's like, one of the major themes this month is relationships. It's how we approach relationships, how we communicate in relationships, how our actions are in relationships, and it's that union, not only within ourselves, but with others, that is really building a stronger core foundation, okay? Because, if we can't have loving relationships, then what's the point of all of this? Because as a human, it's like that's part of the human experience, is others, is being around other people, having relationships, nurturing, loving relationships. And so it's almost like, the energies are slowly taking us through, our stuff. Vision has been an interesting theme that I've noticed lately, and I feel like that's going to be coming up more so with the collective. And that is, pay attention during this time frame of June and really watch how you express yourself in the world, how you are in the world, and how others are to you in the world. Without judgment, without interpretation, don't put yourself in the box. Because as I've said this before, it's showing you something. And as I said before, with the Sagittarian energy, you may feel the need to be impulsive, to jump at things, or just be more active. But remember, this is a balancing act, knowing when to move and when to just kind of be still. So that's going to be coming up during this full moon to be released for the collective for sure. All right, any final messages, Spirit, for the collective? Let's see. It's really a time of expansion, and this energy is really supportive for expansion, whether it's that internal or external expansion. The key here for the collective is movement, because you know, when there's a lot of energy coming in, there has been a lot of energy coming in from the universe, from the sun, cosmically. And so if you can move, meaning walk, move your body, stretch, because it's creating a pressure system in the body. And so movement, if movement's not there, it's just going to create more and more pressure. Movement is key, all right, during this month. All right, that's your collective part of the reading. If you want to go ahead and dive a little deeper into the piles, we have 3 piles. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So go ahead and feel into the numbers down below, and I will see you at your pile for a more personal reading. See you there. Hey there, pile 1, welcome. We are going into your reading, a more personalized reading for this full moon in Sagittarius, and let's get started. So let's see how the energies are impacting you. You may feel a little stuck during the full moon, pile 1. Almost like things aren't moving as you would like them to be. And that could be through the body energetically, or, energetically, or in your physical reality. Things may not be moving quite as you want them to. But know this, they are moving in a different way than your mind can comprehend at this time, is what I'm getting. So here you have purity, ice right here, and there you go, you have like that horse, that beautiful white horse just galloping forward, but you don't see it because you may be stuck in the shadow or in the darkness. Bottom of the deck, wildness, electricity, with the card 36. 36 may be relevant to you, or 9. Okay, you may be feeling some of that ending energy. So kind of like some things that have transpired over the years are now kind of coming to light for you. But energetically what's happening is there's like a release of the old that's happening internally. It's like you're letting go of some old wounds, old ways of thinking, just certain things that have just really pricked you, that have really just hurt you in your past. Take your time, pile 1. Take your time, pile 1, because know this, that you are moving a lot faster than you think. You have a card 33 here. Check that out. 33. Oh, cool. You have a 33 and a 36 here. 9, 6, 6, 9. Okay, the yin and the yang. Okay. So you may need some self-nurturing during this time. You may feel the need to kind of go within, but then a part of you may feel like, no, I need to go out. I need to expand. I need to go do things. I need to go make things happen. It's the balance between the two, pile 1, because it's like you're still releasing some old ways of being, or old thought processes. Left. And it's like but that time, okay, I wasn't going to go there, but okay. But that time alone is really important for self-nurturing, but it's almost like you're shifting the way that you nurture yourself. It's like you're aware, some things you're aware of. The hurts you're aware of. Not all of them, but there's some things that are really in your awareness that you know are impacting you. You're going to be healing those things during this full moon. Pile 1. And it's something that affects your self-confidence, your self-worth, your ability to just be free in the world. You may feel a lot of electrical energy, Pile 1, so if you can get out in nature and just kind of walk and get some movement into your body, I think that's important. If you didn't watch the collective part of this reading, you may want to, because I spoke about that, which is basically, you know, there's a lot of energy running through us, so you may feel like you're gonna blow. So know this, don't stay inside for too long. Listen to your body. If you feel pretty tight, then you know that maybe you stayed like stagnant for too long and that you need more movement. You need to get out. It's kind of like you're at this point of like this fine line between doing too much and nothing at all. Pile 1, do you do extremes? Are you like one extreme or another? You either get it all done or you do nothing at all. I don't know, I'm just saying. If that's the case, that's going to be shifting for you in a way that really nurtures you and fills your soul, is what I'm getting. The word wildness is coming up. Getting out of the brain and getting into your body and just getting out of the logic of the mind. So for you, Pile 1, I feel like there's like some activations that's happening through that mind, cutting out of some cords and releasing of some pressure in the body, okay? Now, what else? Is there anything else? I'm hearing the word clutter. That could be clutter in the mind, Pile 1, or that could be clutter in your home. Okay, and that could also be the reason why you may be feeling a little bit tight in the physical vessel, because your body may be tight during this time, or you might be feeling a lot of heat through the body or just pressure. So also clearing the clutter of the mind, but also looking at your place, your home, and clearing out those things that don't fill you up, that don't make you feel like the person you want to be. And part of this is a trial and error, is the word that I'm getting. It's about finding the things that serve you, playing with it. If it doesn't, let it go, you know, and what does, you keep it around, move things around, you know, and that's not just in your home and not just in your mind, that's in your world. And know this, what was the line? I forgot the line, but something like, if you put a label on something, if you put a label or a judgment or an interpretation on something, you miss the opportunity for understanding it on a different level, in a different way. Did I say it? I know I kind of butchered it. I don't know exactly what the line was. Basically, you just missed a whole different way, a whole different perspective of seeing a situation. So what I'm saying is, don't put a judgment on anything that you're experiencing right now. Just follow your heart and listen to your body. Yeah, that brain of yours. It's like your mind is being stimulated. Silence is important, not too much stimulus during this month, Pile 1, because I feel like you're going to be really stimulated during the month, and then moments of and so the silence will really help to balance it, okay? But it's like the feminine aspect within you wants to just kind of like be cocooned, wants to be self-nurtured, it wants to be in a state of purity. And then the masculine aspect of you wants to just be set free, wants to go with it, wants to ride the wave of life. And it's the balance between the two. Focus on the balance between the two. That's the message here. Interesting. Okay. So what does that look like on the physical? I know I did it already. I pretty much covered it, but let's see what else wants to come through. For Pile 1, Spirit, for this full moon in Sagittarius, please. In their physical reality, what do they need to know? Watching clouds. So we have lay back, rest, and relax, watching clouds. I actually love this. I wish I could just do this all day. I'd be quite happy up to a time, and then I'd get bored, and then I'd want to do this too. Anyway, this is about you. So it's like, it's time to really nurture yourself. And I don't mean to just sit there and yeah, read a book all day and look at the clouds, although you may feel moments where you want to, and go for it. But this is truly a time to nurture yourself in a way that just may be different from the way that you were nurturing yourself before. Because you see, you're not in the same state, even in the same place than you were yesterday. You're constantly evolving. And the reason why you're not seeing the transformation, the changes in front of you, is because you're still, I love you, as I say this, know that, because I do this too. It's because you're still acting like you're in the past. You're still acting like you were in yesterday. Change your state. Remember to nurture yourself, because ideally, in the most perfect circumstance, in a circumstance that would really make you happy, you are self-nurtured. So it's like, now's the time to really nurture yourself and surrender to the path, release control, bottom of the deck, surrendering to the journey, release control of what you think you need to do, and follow that heart into what feels good and nurtures your soul. So yes, a fresh new way of living emerges, transformation. And you've been going through this process. A fresh new way of living emerges needs to be. Okay, so you've been going through this transformation, and it's been a very important transformation for you, Pile 1, and this could actually be in your work area as well. You may be transforming in your work situation, and that may be the physical manifestation of what's happening within. It could also be with how you move. Like, look how close this transformation card is to this electricity card. Look at her pose, and look at the phoenix. Can you see? I hope you can see that. I don't know, maybe it's just my eyes. That's what I'm seeing. They're like similar poses. It's like expanding to something new, opening up to the unknown, and allowing yourself to just be open to the story that's unfolding in front of you. By doing so, you're letting go of the past restrictions and the stagnancy that you may be feeling right now. Okay. Know this, you are being protected, and if you connect with your spirit guides, you may want to. Okay, because I feel like you have some peeps on the other side, just like looking out for you. Really, really looking out for you. But also, my friend, you have the wisdom. None of this, I don't feel like any of this is new to you. It's just coming up a little closer to your awareness so you can create the change. But this is honestly really favorable time with this moon, that passionate vibe, that ability to move forward, that integrity, the directness of the Sagittarius moon that's happening. And so really, it's time to allow the life to emerge, but finding that balance that really works for you. So a little bit deeper here. Yeah. We live in a world, well, you know, for the most part, I'm not going to say we live in a world, period. For the most part, for a lot of the part, we live in a world where we have to work, you know, to make some money to pay our bills. What's being shown to you, asked of you, is to go beyond the box and to really just change the framework of your thinking. And maybe for example, saying, okay, I gotta work to pay my bills so I can live and do this, this, and that. Instead saying, and not shift it entirely, because it's hard to go from like A to Z, right? So instead taking the steps and just instead saying something like, I go to work because it's an experience. And I get loads of money from that area amongst many others to take care of my bills, and I have plenty of money left over to do the things that I really love. But that's just a bonus, because I'm always doing things that I really love. You know, and slowly shifting it from something that you have to do to something that you want to do. And by shifting and slowly shifting it to a point where it's like, I do everything that I do it for love. I do it because I want to do it. As you change that fully to that, you then step out of the matrix and you freed your mind. The door's opening for you, pile one, in a way that, well, in an unexpected way is what I'm getting. There may be an opportunity presenting itself, pile one, that's kind of been, you know, pushed back in the closet for a long time, is what I'm getting. And it's something that, I don't know if it's your inner child, or the child within, or something that you've thought about like a long time ago that maybe makes you giggle or laugh or something like that, that wants to come through, that has potential. Don't go seeking it, it will find you. But it's when you're at a certain vibrational state, certain emotional state where you're relaxed and you're happy, because at that level, it'll match you. Okay, and it'll come to you. But with that 13, whether it's a 31 or a 13 in reverse, right? The 13 in reverse, it's like, it's really about the divine feminine energy for you of just allowing certain aspects of your life to unfold, releasing that control, and allowing yourself, surrendering to the moment and really giving yourself what you need. Okay? That emotional support, the joy, the laughter, the vision. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to end with a dream card for you, pile one. Any last words, Spirit, for pile one for this full moon in Sagittarius? Trust is to be able to trust what you cannot yet see with your eyes. Use your imagination, create your dreams in your mind, and they will become clear for you to see. I love that. I love that. If you want to screenshot it, it's there for you. Pause the video. And I feel like that kind of goes with this and this. It's like, take those moments when you feel like you just need to kind of go within, or just kind of stay with yourself, or even when that mind starts acting up for you, use that time to nurture yourself by just dreaming, you know, visualizing, and see where that visualization takes you, because that really opens up the door to greater connection with spirit and the messages that want to come through, and greater inspiration. All right, pile one, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. Do give it a like if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time. Thanks again. Bye. Hey there, pile two. Welcome. So let's get into this reading for this full moon in Sagittarius for you, pile two collective, and let's see how these energies are impacting you. All right, let's get into it. For pile two spirit. Thank you. Interesting. Okay, to make equal the equator, bottom of the deck, endurance, rock. So I'm just feeling like energy coming through, like right down the center point of your spine, so like your kundalini. So you may feel some like charge, like electrical charge going down your spine. You may feel a lot of crown pressure, crown like, and like pressure in your head, or just like sensitivity, like tingling down your spine. Okay, I just feel like the energies are really helping you to become more innerly, is that a word? Internally balanced and aligned. Uh, Physically for you, sorry, I'm looking at the 5. It's time for change for you. Pile 2, I feel like you're being asked to just do things differently than you've been doing before in terms of self-care. It's like now's the time to really pay attention to what's filling you up and what's really nurturing your physical body, as well as mental and emotional too, right? They all go hand in hand. But it's kind of coming through as like what supports your body and what does not. And really starting to take the steps to do so. You may want to integrate more of your shadow, because I feel like your shadow aspect may be a little bit more inclined to get this done for some reason. Like, for example, you like a challenge. That aspect of you just like really likes a challenge, and maybe there's a run or a marathon you want to do, and you're just like, there's a part of you like that's competitive, that just really wants to get out there and do it. Okay, just don't be too reckless, like don't be reckless about it, be responsible about it, of course, but it's kind of like use those aspects of you that will really help you to get those things done. Like if you like a challenge, make a challenge out of it. But the key here is really, it's about really nurturing yourself, nurturing your body, but also nurturing both aspects of yourself, the light and the shadow aspects of yourself. Because I feel like both are going to be coming up, asking for some nurturing for you. And that's creating greater support and stability in your physical reality, is what I'm getting. So, hold on. Right hip, ability to move forward. Okay. It's the energy coming through. It's like, yeah, it's going to be running through your body, the electrical energy. And it's like, you're going to want to move the body, movement. And it's like, maybe there may be some experiences that may be popping up, some invitations that you may have during this month. You're being asked if it feels right for you to go for it, especially those things that you've not done before, especially those things that are just beyond the box. Okay, I'm going to the word rock for some reason. Why am I going to the word rock? With the rock, okay, there was a story that I heard about the rock that's coming up right now, which is sometimes things, you get opportunities and you may not feel like they're of value, and so you've always said no. But they're asking you now at this point that if an opportunity presents itself and your initial response is no, go back to the heart. Because you may see value in certain things that you've not seen value in before. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. And that value from those experiences that you're going to get are going to really light you up and actually open up an entirely different, not different, but an entirely new, just different ways of seeing life, being in life, different ways of fertility or abundance. There's something to that for you, pile 2. All right, so energetically, mentally, emotionally. Yeah, so mentally keep that mind open, pile 2, because you may be inclined to go in the head out of fear, because you're kind of being guided with these energies to move forward, get out, do different things and so forth, and your mind might shut down or go into fear or go into excuses or go into natter because of the fear. Okay, The mind kind of likes the box. So you're being asked to come out of the box. Now, emotionally, there's a bit of a purification that's happening, or it may have happened already, pile 2. It may have already happened. Yeah. It probably already happened. That's what it feels like. So it's almost like you're kind of open. So, and this is a perfect opportunity to have these new experiences to kind of fill you back up again. So you may feel empty, like you may have felt empty like recently. And it's just because you've emptied out a lot of old stuff and you're about to be refilled. And so you're being asked to come along on this river and, oh, what's that song? Just beyond the river bend. Is that like Pocahontas? I don't know. There's something beyond the river bend, but you got to flow with the river. Something about that. Okay? I don't know. If you know what that is, if something flows beyond the riverbank, if you see something beyond the riverbank, can you please comment down below? I want to know. I want to know if it's Pocahontas. Okay, so where are we going? We're going here. Now, Spirit for pile 2, physical reality. What should they expect? What do they need to know? Let's put it that way, about their physical reality during this full moon in Sag. Yeah, like I was saying, unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. You may be walking some paths during this time that are just unknown to you, are different, and that is a good thing. That means you're not doing those same cycles over and over again. You're moving into a whole different chapter, really, in your life. So that's amazing. You're exactly where you want to be. Know this, you'll be guided. Keep your chin up, look straight ahead, remember your self-worth, and enjoy the ride. Follow your heart, because there's some things that are going to be showing up around you. Okay, like I said, they're like things that are going to provide value, insight, or inspiration along your trip. It's almost like, you know, a breadcrumbs, like a trail of breadcrumbs. So it's kind of like that. So as you keep going, because then look at this, you have discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. And this guy's journeying too. And notice how he's going in a different direction to others, which is like, you know, Sagittarius energy, independence, optimism, individuality. And this is really firing you up, literally from the inside out, with the electrical stimulation to allow you to move forward on your own individual path. And it may be different, but you know what? This time around, you're not looking at other people. You're doing it your way, because you've lightened your load in so many different ways, pile 2. And you're moving into a new path. So don't be disheartened if certain things that you wanted yesterday aren't showing up today, because you're not the same as you were yesterday when you were peeling the onion and letting go of those layers. So why would you want the same thing that you wanted 10 years ago? Maybe what you want now, maybe it wouldn't be as great as something greater. So it's like, open up your mind and open up your eyes and your heart to something greater. That's coming, I'm hearing that's coming straight for you. Yeah. I feel like you're going to be just kind of going in different directions that are just not conventional to other people. And that's where the focus is really in play, and just kind of, you know, using that rebellious side of you, that shadow element, because both are so key for us moving in this world, and really just helping with the stamina of living here and just flying through life. And so, my friends, it's going to be a journey for you, this new chapter, but it'll be a good one. It will require some endurance, yes, but they're asking you to take it step by step and really nurture yourself through each day and I keep being drawn to the eyes here with this guy here. And it's like, what are you seeing around you that lights you up? What are you seeing around you that puts a fire in your heart? That's a breadcrumb. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Put that there, we can. Okay, good. So it's like you're moving beyond with the all tied up, right? Bottom of the deck, action here with the 17. It's like you're not tied up anymore. The momentum is pulling you forward. And look at this, how you have like the yin and the yang, or the light and the dark. And then right below that, you have the light and the dark, right? Really emphasizing it's time to move forward. It's time for that balance is really important for you. So really key for you, pal, to balance. And don't use the mind. Use what feels good in your soul, what lights you up, as I said before, as you're moving forward, because you are moving forward during this month is what I'm getting. And you will see the signs around you. Birds are key for you, pal, too. So look out for the birds. I'm just remembering what happened to me the other day. And I don't know if I want to share that story? Not a big deal, but okay, I'll share it. Who knows, it might help you too. I have this thing, I'll make it quick. I have this thing about hawks. I'm just very connected to hawks, specifically the red-tailed hawk, but that wasn't a red-tail. I don't know if it was actually, I think it was just a hawk. But I was driving out of the parking lot, and then I see like two pigeons right here, and they're going up into the air, and as they're going up in the air, a hawk comes down and bam, kills the pigeon, just basically stomps on the pigeon. Okay, and it just stands there on the pigeon looking like its beautiful regal self. And you know, like it always looks like they're looking at you, and it looks like he was looking at me, like he was giving me a sign. It's just, and I got the message. It was crazy because it was just like he just killed the pigeon just like that. And I don't know, like here, I know it's terrible to say, but they call pigeons rats that fly over here. And so that's kind of where I went. And what it felt like the message was to me was, it's time to kill it. All those rats, all those things that are just a dissonance to you, that just don't light you up, that are hindrances, that put you down, that weigh you down, stomp on it and kill that mofo. So I don't know, that might be a message for you too. I am going to, am I going there? No, I'm going here. We're going to end this reading with a dream card. So for pile 2, please, Spirit, what would you like them to know? Final card, please, for this full moon in Sagittarius. Unleash your inner power by doing the things you enjoy doing. Start with little moments. They will give you more strength for next time. The more you nurture your needs, the more powerful you become. You can go ahead and take a screenshot, pile 2. And that is your reading, my friends. Thank you for watching. Enjoy this time. Enjoy this time. You're creating something new for yourself. You know, you're not tied up anymore, and it's time to move forward. But enjoy the process of the discovery. And I feel like that's part of the message here too, is like, just enjoy the process of the unfoldment of the discovering. Okay, so if you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey there, pile 3, welcome. Okay, so we're getting into the energies for you for this full moon in Sagittarius. And so let's see how the energies are impacting you. Okay. We've got clarity with mountain and wildness, electricity. I think pile 1 got that one too, but all right, here we go. And then you have the complete opposite here with wildness and, well, not the complete opposite, wildness and electricity. Interesting. Okay. I feel like you've done a lot of release work, pile 3. Releasing of emotions happening, purification time that had been happening. And so because of that, your body is now assimilating to greater space. Greater space. It's almost like it's shifting into a different balance because there's more space now. But you may feel like a little bit more open, a little bit more flexible, more awareness, less of a load on your body, a little bit more stronger and more in tuned than you have before because of this space. Now, know this, there may be moments, I think there was another pile, I said this too, as well, but there may be moments where you need that stillness and that quietness. It's almost like a reset. And then a time where you just want to get out, or you need to get out and you need to go do things and so forth. You may be kind of balancing the yin and the yang in that way, the need to kind of just stay within and reflect, as well as just self-nurture and self-care. And then other moments where you need to go out, play, dance, be stimulated, be free in a whole different way. You may be going back and forth. You have a card 16 here, and then you have a card 36, a 7 and a 9, which equates back down to the 16. Regardless, this full moon's going to give you some clarity, pile 3. About something I'm getting from the past, certain things that have happened that you may have created like basically a foundation on, like certain truths that you thought were real, and that you really kind of built around. So it's almost like maybe you had a tower moment, or you'll have a time of just kind of, maybe you've had it already, and now's the time to just allowing yourself to rebuild. Or it could be that you're going to be going through it, or you're going through it now. But it's like a rebuilding that's happening. All right. There is a turning of the tide that's happening for you, pile 3, in a sense of where you may have been in a bit of darkness before. Like I said, you're gaining more clarity, you're more present. Things are a little bit lighter now, or they will be getting more lighter for you. But you too, there's a lot of energy that's coming into your body. So during this moon, so you may feel the need to rest, but also because of the charge, you may feel the need to just kind of move your body, move around, dance. And I feel like with you, pile 3, it's about the flow, it's about the lightness of the movement. So for example, like it's not about like the hardcore weights, although for some of you that might do the trick, but it's about like the elliptical, it's about swimming, it's about yoga, it's about the light stretch movement. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, because there's this letting go still, like there's this letting go of the old is what I'm getting. I don't know if that's making sense, but I hope so. So let's go a little deeper. Let's see what that looks like on the physical level for pile 3, please, Spirit. It's like you've emptied the garbage already of the past. You've already done the simplification of just like letting go of the old stuff. If you haven't already done it, you will be. Because there is a need of just like letting go of the old stuff. But it's like you're moving towards a time of greater lightness, like I said before. And this full moon is going to give you that opportunity to really just kind of sing your own song, play your own tune, and just dance in the way that you want to dance. The energies are really supportive for doing that. What's happening in their physical? Choosing your path. All is possible. So I feel like pile 3, the world is really your oyster. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like it's a blank slate. I hope that makes sense. It's like you can choose anything right now, because I'm just feeling like this nothingness. Like you can do really anything. So if you're feeling like, okay, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do, because maybe you have some stresses in your life, or, you know, you're just trying to figure out your life purpose or what your calling is. They're saying you can do anything. This is all a journey. This is all an experience. You don't have to pick one thing. Right? It's like, what makes you sing? What makes you dance? What makes you want to open up is what I'm getting. But I feel like that's changing. Like there's, with that open space you have right now, and that could be in your physical reality, regardless, it's internally to you. I feel like you're going to be fed some information from spirit. You may be getting some downloads during this full moon. So if you need to rest, but I feel like action, like movement, walking, things like that, that's really going to help the information come through for you. But what they're trying to bring forth right now, for some reason, it's like, don't worry about it. You're all good. It's all a part of the journey, is what I'm getting. It's like you can do anything your heart desires, and it's all good. And as you continue to move, they might change. And that's okay too, because every day we're brand new again. View from above, get the big picture. Okay. So it's like, I feel like, okay, you're going to be like contemplating some things. So it's more like contemplation and reassessment of goals, desires, values, possibilities. That feels like it's a major theme for you, pile 3. And here, it's here with the stepping into power. You are stronger beyond measures. What I'm getting is like, yeah, you're ready. It's time to like kind of take the lead in your own life and really focus on the things that you truly want to experience in your world. And so this may be a time where, you know, you might start to get the ball rolling by just planning or brainstorming or just getting a clear perspective. And what they're saying is traveling. If you're not traveling during this time, you may want to start to plan some trips, or to just kind of start to take some little mini trips, like around your area that you may have not been before, like things like that. Because I feel like by doing so, it's going to expand your mind, and just kind of feed you some different possibilities. All right, there's going to be some insight or inspiration that comes through from doing so. Let's get some further messages here for this full moon. Thank you. Wow, that one came out again, huh? Financial constraints. I know, it's such a bummer for most of us, isn't it? It's like, why? Like, why is this such an issue? It really shouldn't be, because some person came up with a form of exchange. And then we have the thinking woman. One more card, please. The world. Community. Choosing a path, stepping into your power. So we have financial constraints, simplifying your life, traveling lightly. You may have been carrying a lot, pile 3, and that could be burdens that you're carrying. It could be responsibilities, but it's like, what is really yours and what's not? What have you been holding on to because maybe you felt like obligated to do something, or they were old contracts that no longer apply? There's certain things that need to be cleared out if you have not already. And if you have already, perhaps this is just a reminder, because that 13 number is the number of the divine feminine, in my opinion. And to me, it's like, yeah, it's time to remember that contract you made for yourself, with yourself. And what did you come here to experience? Because I'm pretty much, like, I'm pretty sure here it's not to be one of the pact, or to follow another. You came to do it your way. And here, like, we have the books, we have the book here with the thinking woman. And with the thinking woman, I'm kind of getting here that you've just been carrying stuff that you just don't need. Pile 3, it just keeps coming back to that. Like, you have so much wisdom within you and you have access to so many things. But it's like your mind gets in the way of really experiencing what you have to offer in the world. So you may be doing a decluttering during this full moon, Pile 3. With the clarity, I'm going back to the clarity again. It's like by clearing up the clutter in your room, in your area, wherever it is, clear it out. The things that you don't need, clear it out. If that does not resonate, leave it. If you feel like you love it and you want to keep it, you keep it. But those things that don't bring you joy or don't help you to blossom, it's time to release, because you have all the wisdom, and the things that you don't have will be provided. But you are being called to go forward, because there's a lot more expansion that has to happen with you. Pile 3, you're really moving into a time of, yes, the unknown. Okay, we were walking into a whole new unknown now. We've never been here before, which is really scary, but super exciting. Hence the wildness, bringing forth that wildness, that fun and adventurous Sagittarian energy that wants to go out and just have fun. With the stepping into power and the world underneath that, it's like realizing that you have the ability to do anything. And when you take that step back, clearing that clutter, opening up your space, you realize that you are everything. You just have to choose your path. So, this is a real interesting time for you, Pile 3. A time of some contemplation, a time of clearing out, a time of really feeling yourself and igniting that passion and building. I'm getting building a community for some of you of like-minded people to move forward with. So there may be some people that may be coming into your life, Pile 3, or you may get some invitations this month asking you to come out and play. Remember this, what makes you blossom and what makes you light up. Okay? So final message, we're going to use the dream cards. So Spirit, final message for Pile 3 for this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you. Okay, imagine the life you really want to live. Observe your surroundings through new possibilities. Share your consciousness to include your dreams. Let me read that again. Imagine the life you really want to live. Observe your surroundings through new possibilities. Shape your consciousness to include your dreams. Isn't that perfect? It's like this card, the world. You got the whole world in your hands, baby. All right. That's your messages for this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.